Good morning. It's a nice cool 70-degree, no humidity whatsoever day in central Maine. Um, Rummaging through my kit there and kind of going through it and see if it would fit in the backpack. So I'm going to kind of take it apart for you and kind of go over what's in here. And it's packed for pretty much summertime, bug time. Don't really need anything warm. I take a wool blanket. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with my bedroll. My bedroll is kind of big, kind of fussy because at my age I like a nice soft place to sleep, and I'll lug a little bit more weight if I have to, for sure, without a doubt. 99% of the time I'm on a four-wheeler when I'm camping or going out for the night, so I can afford a little bit extra. Sometimes we use cots, sometimes I crash in the dirt. All depends. I got a couple of side pockets here. Well, I'll take all this apart and go through it. That way you kind of keep track of it. Not quite sure I even like this backpack. Is one of them Marlboro backpacks. Seems to do all right. All right. So that's my stuff. Kind of make sure I got it all in the camera here. There, point some of it out for you. I got a spare tarp. Sometimes we like to stand on them for changing when we're out camping instead of standing in the dirt. I have it's one of them blankets you put in the back of your tarp. It's a reflecting tarp, reflector tarp right here. This is a lantern, UCO candle lantern. I got a saw, bank line, one of my C's for a handkerchief. I have a poncho. I have another saw. I'll put all this here so you can see it. I actually have a lighter. I don't normally. This is a fire starter. I have quite a bit of fire starter, just redundancies, stuff like that. Anyway, I'm going to set this aside. Like I said, this is my knife I carry on my belt. Steve Van Dyke handmade knife. Beautiful knife. Sheath handmade by a friend of mine here in Maine. I have a firesteel.com fire steel, one of the best I've ever used by far. This is my spare fire kit. It's flint and steel. Nothing I would use in an emergency, but I use it when I can. I like to keep my knife sharp. This thing, if I hone it every once in a while, I've never sharpened it yet since I bought it from Steve. I got some spare batteries because I got two headlamps. This is mosquito netting. One is a sweatshirt mosquito net. One is a homemade head net. It's really roomy. This way here I can sleep out, hide under the wool blanket, and I can keep my face out. I don't have to worry about getting eaten alive. Fatwood spare fire starter right here. Homemade cotton ball fire starters are the best anybody's ever even showed me. They're the best. Tons of cordage. I have bank line and I have paracord. This is a bird's nest. This goes in this kit. Pair of leather gloves for working. In this waterproof bag is a pair of wool socks and a wool hat for sleeping. Like last night got down to like 58 degrees, so that's nice. This is tent pegs, and I made some of these to go in the tarp instead of using a tent peg. That's all that's in here. Uh, I have, this is my new axe I bought. It's a Husqvarna axe. Paid about $84 for it. Worth every penny as far as I can tell. It's been a good axe so far. I've only used it a dozen times. I've sharpened it twice, just kind of hit it because I'm not very good with an axe. Tentsmiths.com tarp. Tentsmiths.com. This is a 9x9. It's extra big. It's extra, a little bit heavier than what somebody needs. It's 100% waterproof, and it's really warm in the winter time. I don't leave home without it. I don't care if I'm backpacking or what. It's not worth leaving without it. Stainless steel water bottle, toilet paper, flashlight, spare blade. It's the Mora black carbon steel. Awesome blade. A little rusty, I see. I gotta take care of that. Headlamp. I think I have 2 headlamps out here somewhere. I got a spoon and a fork I take with me. I got coffee, sugar, tea. I got some spices to go on my rabbit or grouse. Another headlamp. I got a spare candle for my UCO candle lantern. Sugar. Stainless steel cup. Bunch of paracord there with toggles on it. I got a bunch of toggles, and I have a chain. This chain is so handy that I will not give it up. It is really, really handy. Just to hang a chain to hang it from the tripod. I always build the tripod when I get there, wherever we're camping out, and it's really handy. I mentioned that chain was really handy because it's really handy. So tuck the candle back down in there. That's that. Spoon and a fork made out of wood. Just another thing that's kind of handy. I don't need them, but they come in pretty handy when I'm stirring in the bottom of the pot. You don't scratch up the pot or whatever. This is my bedroll. This goes with me. It weighs about a half a pound. It's folded over. I don't know what it is. It's some kind of foam rubber kind of thing, a bed topper. I love it. It's comfortable. My bad hip doesn't feel it, so I'm good. I have a squirrel cooker over here that I take with me once in a while, and I just bought this a couple of days ago, a stainless steel pot. It's from Wolfgang Puck is the name of it. I bought it for $10. It's all stainless steel, and I've had it on the fire 3 times already. I love it. So that's only if I got the 4-wheeler with me or whatever. That's my stuff. I'm going to go through it one more time.